So, welcome to the Virgin Galactic Q1 earnings aftermath. Now, everybody had a couple of hours to sleep after this earnings, and I personally woke up to minus 16%, and the overall market is down as well, and it's just a whole disaster, guys. Let me tell you something in the very beginning, okay? Virgin Galactic is and was always very high risk but high reward stock, okay? If you don't understand this, or if you don't like that, then you should go and invest in Apple or Amazon. There for sure you will have 10-20% per year, and it's very, very safe. But you don't have 15 to 60, and then unfortunately also from 60 down to 15 again, right? Or from maybe 10 to 40, right? Everything can happen, all right? But let's talk about what's going on. So obviously the overall market is a little bit scared right now because the inflation data is coming out. You know, the overall market is scared that the Fed will, drastically reduce the amount of money that is coming to the market, which is actually, one of the main reasons that we have this crazy amount of gains, okay? Specifically from March 2020 until now, some stocks made 10x, right? Like Tesla or other stocks. And we have seen what Virgin Galactic, for example, also benefited from all this momentum and growth stocks, okay? So this is obviously a big factor as well. I think if this wouldn't be the factor, maybe Virgin Galactic would be down only 5% and not 16, okay? Then you have something that I would say was a huge disappointment, okay? Because the earnings, and yesterday we streamed the earnings and the earnings call. So if you want to go in detail and listen what they are saying to each question, make sure to check out my other videos here on the channel. Yesterday, they came out of the earnings, and one of the first sentences about the date, which, we all expected, they wrote, we re-evaluating the flight schedule, right? What does it mean, right? So we were like an hour, thinking, and the stock went down 5%, 10%, went back up minus 5%. And what this just typed into the psychology of the investors, where they are having, all these delays in their head, not only from the history of Virgin Galactic, but, then they had the failed safe flight from December, then the delayed flight from February, and now they're having another issue. Even though they fixed the EMI issue, I really like this part of the earnings call. I really like how they, explained that they fixed everything. And now it's just another problem, or let's say problem, a maintenance task that they might need to do prior than the fall. And they are, evaluating this and coming out next week with information how they will proceed that. So it's just a kind of a bummer. It's like a bad phenomena, right? I mean, everything bad comes down. Like, Shamas sold, Richard sold, ARK Invest sold, and now, again, a delay. That's not good. And that's why the stock, I think, there's a possibility that the stock goes back to 10 or even less, okay? That the IPO price even. And then, and this is the huge opportunity, it could be the biggest stock turnaround that we have seen this year in the stock market, okay? Because think about it, what will happen if the stock goes down to 10 or below 10, and then the test flight really happens, and all the other things happen, and they promise also great revealing about the experience when Richard Branson will fly this summer, and then the stock goes back to 40, for example, that you have like 300-500% of gain. This is possible, okay? So that's why I said in the very beginning of this video, if you don't like this risk, then Virgin Galactic is not the stock for you. If you like the risk and are okay with those crazy movements, because it's space flight, okay? It's not like your usual sales of some potatoes, then you are in the game of a very, very volatile and very, very risky business. But the reward can be absolute chocolate, okay? As we have seen now multiple times, guys, okay? The IPO, the stock went from 7 to 37, then it went down, then it went to 40 levels, then it went down and went to 60 levels, and so on. You have all of this, movements that we had in the history of Virgin Galactic, and don't expect this to change anytime soon, all right? So what I'm doing, I personally, and this is never financial advice. This is what I'm doing with my risk. I'm playing always the hardball. This is always what I did, okay? I did a huge bet on Tesla, and Tesla was so close to bankruptcy, all right? And I didn't care what other people think. I didn't care what your mom thinks, whatever. I really put myself into the mindset that, okay, I'm doing here a very risky bet. Worst case, this company doesn't succeed and the stock can go down 80-90%. But if it really works out, what I'm still believing, because I did my research and I believe what they say, it was the same with Tesla, and I'm still believing what they are saying in Virgin Galactic, that, now they have an issue with the mothership. Okay, fix that and the spaceship is ready and fly this thing. All right. I don't think if you are saying that they are not truthful, then you are saying that they basically, saying something that is, wrong and lying. If this is the case, then why you invest in? Then you should not invest in this company. Okay. But if you believe what they are saying, if you believe that, there's very big personalities in business. We are not talking about, Mr. Joe and Joe from Aero something. We are talking about Richard Branson, Shamas, with all their, I mean, I don't even want to say it, but even if you imagine, all of this wouldn't be true, which is not the case, and how Shamas with his big social capital would look like with his due diligence. I mean, guys, this is absolutely nonsense if you are saying, this is all lies, or, this is all not true, or whatever. It's a real company. It's a public company, guys. They have thousands of employees, guys, okay? Believe me, they're doing something behind the scenes that is doing, hard work. I mean, they just showed us another spaceship, right? So I'm in. I'm still convinced. I'm still convicted for this company. I'm not selling. I'm not freaking selling, guys. Okay. I believe that a turnaround story could be here quite magical for this company. All right. I might have a clip for you by Peter Lynch that I will post in the end of this video, and you will see that turnaround stories can be quite great, okay? Not only for the support of the psychology of investors, but also to show the market, wow, this is a huge opportunity, let's dive in. So it will approach many new investors out there that are new to Virgin Galactic. And I think, as soon as Virgin Galactic goes higher, you have also the opportunity that there's more short sellers that will short sell the company, and they still will be successful, and you will have another short squeeze. And then, we will not and laugh about these times when we were early on space and they were just, doing this kind of things to us. Again, I'm a very hardball investor, guys. I'm going through hell with many investments in my life, but I got rewarded very nicely as well, okay? I got the chocolate cake with the cherry on top, okay? And this is what I'm looking for, and this is not when you invest into the big blue chip companies. This is invest in the innovation, and the innovation is hard, and that's why I'm playing hardball, okay? So I'm in for the long run, and I'm not selling just because they have another small issue, okay? That would be actually stupid, because why I go first hand into Virgin Galactic when there's some smaller issues, just a couple of months delays, and then I'm selling? Well, guys, that's definitely not long-term investing, okay? I'm in. If you are in less than a year in Virgin Galactic, then that's a second, okay? A second of investment in terms of long-term investment. If you are out after a second, something goes wrong in a company, well, then good luck. Then, you should not be in this kind of companies, okay? Otherwise, stay strong. Don't look too much on the price. Keep the eyes on the price, which is, how the company is doing. And I feel like the earnings call was tremendously good, even getting better and better and better, So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know in the comments below. I will read them all, and you are free to go anywhere, guys. Okay, nobody asked you to invest into this company, but I think that the reward is just getting even bigger if this thing works out.
Sure. Can you explain what you did mean by that, and what you didn't mean?
Well, it bothers me that people are very dangerous when they invest. This word "play the market," that's a dangerous term. But if you do some work, do some research, know what you own, look at the research, look at the balance sheet. If you could add 8 and 8, get fairly close to 16, you can find out this company has lots of debt, no cash, they're in trouble. You shouldn't own it. So a little bit of research. People are careful when they buy a refrigerator, careful when they take a vacation. And they'll put $5,000, $10,000 some stock to hear on the bus or at a party. That's dangerous.